This episode of the Verbal and Watson Show is brought to you by AnnoDominination.com, your number one source for all things hip-hop. Thousands of instrumentals, some produced by yours truly. Now let's get on with the show.
Hello, welcome to episode 7 of the Vherbal and Watson Show.
Whoa!
We made it 7 whole episodes, buddy.
Lucky 7, motherfucker. Oh.
Yeah.
Lucky number 7. Oh, yeah.
Happy National Sea Monkey Day.
7 sea monkeys.
Yes.
7 sea monkeys sounds like a tongue twister.
What is a sea monkey? A brine shrimp? Whatever.
7 sea monkeys sat in the sea next to shrimp and sat there till they became stew.
That's a good tongue twister.
Freestyle.
Rapping.
Yeah. So it's funny these the holiday thing because I looked it up and I forgot what the site was that I was trying to find it, and like 5 places were like, it's not a holiday.
You idiot.
There was been sometimes when we actually would look and there'd be like 50, it'd say tons and tons of things. You know, I don't think neither of us have an extreme affinity for sea monkeys. Like it's something that we, seek out.
No, but it was also National Armed Forces Day, which salute your troops.
Yeah, but it's like that kind of sets a tone. I mean, are we really ready for that?
Every episode is American themed, and we support our troops every episode.
Well, yeah, of course I support the troops. It's just I don't know if I'm...
commie bastard. Just
being honest, I don't know if I'm worthy at this point. In this point of the day, to be talking on something so grand. I feel we need to stick to minuscule
You don't
things.
think that our scale is a grand scale at all times?
No. We aim low. That's the whole point. When you aim high, then you're like this segment is going to be about the meaning of life.
I guess I'll just pretend that I haven't been aiming quite so high.
Oh, are you sad now?
A little bit.
What were you aiming for? You were aiming for the sky.
Stars.
Aiming for the stars.
The stars, man.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it, but,
We're drinking fancy brewskis out of even fancier glasses tonight.
Yes, we're drinking very fancy,
what are they
expensive
called?
Beer out of snifters.
Snifters.
And you hold them like wine glasses.
Yes.
And we have candles.
Yes, candles.
This is a strange, and at the beginning when we were plotting what we were going to do, Ryan was playing some kind of like the kind of music that would be in the background of a modern like vampire movie, I guess. No, not modern, like 90s.
It was an Alan Silvestri soundtrack.
It was phenomenal. I mean,
with vanilla scented candles and snifters full of elegant brew.
Now it sounds a lot like more contrived than it is. But the candles are really because we cleaned the cat litter.
We're sitting in a basement.
Yeah, it started from the bottom.
And we got the sniffers because we actually have no glasses or cups in the house.
There we go.
Bring
us back down to earth. Now, people for a second there,
it would be funny though. Someone's like, we don't have any cups, but we got snifters.
What is that? Where does that put us? We're not hipster like elitists. We're kind of like poor people that have a sense of what is cool.
Mm-hmm. It's funny though. It's kind of like we're both rebuilding still. It's like you realize you're still rebuilding when you go to get a cup and like, fuck, I'm out of cups.
Marriage does that to you. It strips you down.
It's like, why is there only one spoon?
I don't know if anybody else is like this, but every time you move too. So I've moved 13 times in the last 12 years. So time has a way of taking things away from me.
He's a nomad.
Every time I leave something there. Now, for instance, the last place I was at, the fake ass mansion with the lion statues and
fake ass mansion, and you had little ethnic children statues.
Yeah, what the hell? That was a strange place. I think the lion statues are partially a reason why I got it.
Yeah,
and plus it was big, and I was like, yeah. Got in there, realized it's a 1918 house, and like it has 2 heaters, and it costs $700 a month to heat it, and woohoo!
Yep,
it was terrible.
The money pit.
It was actually right on the lines of that house in the money pit, if you remember that. And I'm not sure if I was just having some kind of delusion, but I feel like there was a point where I fell down in a hole through a carpet. I'm not sure if that really happened.
Oh man!
But anyways, the point is, if you're nomadic, have a nomadic nature just like I am, because I feel like moving brings on it's a sense of newness and a new beginning.
But it's a constant state of not being comfortable.
But at this point in my life, where I'm a lot lazier than I was, because before it would take me about a month to get all the way together. I would spend that whole first month getting things together. Now, I've been here for a long time, 7 months, I believe, something like that. And, I mean, it looks like I've been here for 3 weeks still at this point. So that's what, that's one part of moving.
But it was good for me, though, because when I moved in here, it's been 2 months now, exactly, just about 2 months and a day since I've been here. But, when I first moved in, it's like you just moved in too. So it's like, hey, we're unpacking together.
You should have saw how it was at the beginning. Like when I had my friend over, very strange. I was sitting there, fucking making beats and drinking and stuff, and I was trashed. I shouldn't be saying that I did this, but it was a terrible idea. My friend calls me in Detroit. He says at 5:30, he says, "Come and get me." And I drive up there and get him, and then I forgot that I didn't have furniture yet, so all I had was a chair sitting in the living room full of boxes.
Oh man!
And he came there, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" They were delivering all the furniture at 9 a.m. So they woke up like 1 hour after I went to sleep, and they didn't have any place to put anything because everything's just boxes.
Yeah.
And Rick was about to have surgery on his back. So he had to help me carry this couch downstairs and all these boxes just so we could have enough room to set this furniture in here.
That's
so
funny.
I had fucking like $4,000 furniture that had like, like electric shit. It was a fancy ass entertainment area and and then that's the only room. There was a TV in that. So I literally sat in that room. In the living room. That's why I'm have an affinity for it. I sat in that room for more like 4 months. I was sleeping in it, hanging out. I mean, aside from going and pissing and fucking taking showers and shit, I was basically hanging out in the living room. So, but every time you move, you lose things,
Oh yeah, totally.
So I started off like right when we moved in together. I think the first time I was all the way stacked up. I had rooms of things.
Yeah.
Remember, I had like stuff on pallets sitting there for months. I had like another room with more gear.
Yeah, totally.
And I had to sell all that in my marriage. She would be like, so I need furniture and all this stuff. And I was like, oh fuck! I sold $30,000 to $1,000 mixer. Oh my god! I sold like $70,000 worth of equipment. And then
trials of marriage.
Every time you move, you lose something too. I bought this random computer desk. I was like, this is awesome. And when we move, I realize I am not taking this apart. And every time there's something like that, there's things like that. Like, and then we moved to this place, and I had my lawnmower and all this stuff that I just had bought like months ago, and I couldn't find anybody to even store it.
So what did you do with it?
The tables, like some other
just
stuff.
Leave it there?
Yeah, I didn't know where to put it.
Should have had garage sale.
I didn't have time. We were leaving. I decided to leave in like a matter of 6 days, and then we found the new place.
Oh, jeez.
That's who I am. I'm spur of the moment. But, coming here, as you know, now we've made it. We've made it our home.
Yes.
It's now the Vherbal and Watson show home.
Yes, I like it. I feel comfortable.
I'm sure you do. It's not somewhere you're going to want to bring your children or your grandma.
Definitely not.
But other than that, you should be fine.
Each room has enough lingering THC to stone anybody
Jesus
out.
Christ, man. I mean, I didn't have any of that when I was by myself. And when I had chicks over and they'd like blaze like a little tiny hit of hash, I'd be like lighting candles, fucking have like 5 ventilation systems running, spraying things. Like, yeah.
But I think I smoked enough weed to where every person apartment in this place probably smells like it. So everyone should be used to the smell by now. It's like they walk in like, if it didn't smell like weed, it'd be like, what the hell? This is weird.
I have no idea what's going on. I just know that we pay our rent. We're moderately quiet. Even this, we're being considerate. We're in a basement with thousands of dollars of soundproofing around us and on headphones.
It is a lot better, I guess, that we choose to do this instead of have like a metal band.
Yeah. Yeah, with the double kick drum and shit.
Yeah.
And like 7-stack amps.
And a screaming singer.
We still have to do the metal track because I could do the death scream.
Yeah, we have a lot of things coming up. Skits wise, I want to do the Kenny Loggins song. Really
I'm so ready for it.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I do the fake 80s power like songs all the time. Like that's the main voice I have for singing. I have a newfound. I'm trying to become a singer, but I'm not trying to be a good singer. I'm trying to be able to do every genre just good enough, so that people don't think it sucks.
We're coming into our own artistically, with our musical choices.
I like that we do so many different, random things in the skits. We had the old times where I used to do skits with Jacoby and Big D and all that stuff, but it was so rare. I mean, we only did probably like 12 in a period of 10 years or something. Yeah. But, I got used to doing it.
We're 24 in already.
Yeah, we've done 24 in a month and something. So we're getting really... I mean, that last episode, it was getting ridiculous. And he was saying, you're getting irritated, but you didn't understand why I was being that way. I was like, okay, we're spending too much time on this. We need to move. As good as we want to do this, we were trying to make the Mother's Day skit be essentially like a groundbreaking
they don't
like
realize
horror
that
movie.
We actually kind of wrote the whole movie before we even did the trailer. Like, we're sitting here scripting out, plot pointing.
And it wasn't even one. It was like 7 movies. We thought 7 different directions we could have went with it. And we got back with, because initially it was going to be The Mother Comes Back.
Conceptually, that would be the best to do without visual.
Yeah.
The one that we chose.
Yeah, because the one of her coming back every year, I mean, that one actually was the one that got me. I was like, Mother's Day, she comes back to haunt them every year. That made sense. But now we're...
I liked also the 2 twins when they're 17 years old.
Yeah, that was good too.
And then she was going to take them with
There's so many different... 18. See, you guys don't have to even understand. We're devoting and putting so much manpower into this. And, I feel like we deserve some respect, yo.
I respect you.
You're not supposed to respect me.
Oh.
You're supposed to think I'm a joke. And then keep me in line like an 80s movie.
Nice.
Well, we've done... the 6 so far, and every one we usually have a lot of structure to them. Sometimes there's none though.
Yeah,
I feel like last time we had nothing, and I actually had started drinking 5 hours before the episode even started to come to life.
Yeah, and I was taking Vicodin for a backache.
And the one before that, I was drunk, and you were saying, "Hey, it's 1:30 in the morning. Let's do the fucking episode," and I was trash and. I think I blacked out at the end of that episode.
Yeah. But I think that each one, as structured as it may be, it's still... Even our basic conversations are pretty entertaining to me.
To you?
Yeah.
So you're
So even if we come into it with nothing, I still think it's going to be an interesting conversation. Whether or not we're going to reminisce, pull from headlines, or just bullshit and make up nonsense. It's going to be fun.
I've been really trying to hone it in, trying to not be offensive much, a little bit, but I think last episode, I think I'm a lot meaner in life than I come off on this.
I'm glad that we didn't get no heat from grandmas on the last episode. We had a lot of ageist types.
I don't remember that.
I think I mentioned
What did I say?
That.
You did?
I did. I said volcanoes were made to throw old people into.
You said that on the show?
Yeah.
Shit. There was things that I look back on that I said, I'm like, fuck, what the hell was I thinking?
I know.
I guess that's what happens when you just wing it. Speaking of wing it, get them fins off you freak.
Oh, no.
I kept saying that.
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius.
He's a freak. He has fins.
I'm a fisherman.
You need to take them off. What the hell was that?
Because I said I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, that's how I got to it? What the fuck?
Because of Jordan's birthday.
What a weird direction I took right there.
We go from one thing to a next. I think that it's an ADD type of thing.
He said to a next. One thing to a next. It reminds me of some of them terrible YouTube raps we heard earlier. This is something we're going to incorporate next episode because I brought it to light that I was doing the Golden Toilet Awards throughout Facebook, finding the worst rap songs on the internet and battles and things, and giving them awards. And
we found a doozy of one.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one. But,
God
the reason why that one's so good is because, for one, it's got a fully high-level produced video.
He really owned it.
He owned it.
Yeah.
We don't want to go too far in depth, but this one actually has a full. There's the other one, the foreign guy. He has a really high level of it. His actually was crispy and stuff.
I love it when they take it so serious. They're not trying to make it a joke.
See, but as a person that's recorded a lot of people, I've always had to be kind of quiet about that situation. Yeah. I've recorded songs almost as bad as that.
But I've seen you totally demoralize people in their rapping. It's kind of
I don't remember that.
I usually don't because you're drunk or buzzed up, but it's I feel bad for him. It could be like a hardcore rapper kind of guy, like back in the day, like just like a gangster, Like normally you'd be like, man, this guy should be in jail. Fuck this dude. He's a bad person. But then I hear what you're saying to him about his recording skills, and I'm like, man, I kind of just want to tell him he's doing an okay job. It's like, come on, you don't have to listen to Kevin. I mean, you're doing okay. I mean, you are paying him. I mean, his opinion right now is probably true, but just stick in there. You might make it.
I have a style of tough love in the recording situation. I even do it to you. You're my good friend.
Oh yeah, I think that. But one thing that I've realized, like, luckily, like I think I have enough, like, good taste in things on my own right to. Like, if you think it sucks, but I believe it really does sound good, I'm going to kind of trust my gut on it. Just because, like, I'm, like, in my realm of things, because we do have different tastes.
Well, I press the record button, so I rule all things audio.
I'll go use my tape deck.
Use your tape deck, and then fucking record it on your phone and put it on the SoundCloud. Start your own podcast, just talking to your phone, record it in the SoundCloud.
But like
the Watson Show, when he gets pissed off at me, you're gonna see it. The Watson Show.
Do you know how I look at it though with you on a lot of things? Like, okay, say like I have a song that I know is good, and I'm like, I'll approach you with it, but you'll be like, not yet, my son. It is not ready yet. But I'll be like, but look at that guy and look at that guy. That guy's making money and so is that guy, and it's not as good as this one.
Look at what we're doing.
But I know, but then you'll be like, but we are not them, my son. It's like
no, we aren't ready.
I know, it's like, but come on, like.
But do you want to be one of those people? Do you want to be that guy?
No, but I'm just afraid I'll be 65. Like, dude, I'm really old now.
And Big D felt that same way, and he got a lot of time with me, and he kept feeling the same way. He was like, I want to do this, and I'm like, no, the time is for this. I allot the time, essentially. You guys are a lot different types of people, but you guys both respect me, so like listen to, and plus I ultimately have the decision. So.
But I think also too, like I think I'm helping in the fact that like your highbrow sense of what something should maybe be just a little like just relax a little bit.
Well, that's why we're doing this.
Well, exactly.
That's why we're doing these songs that I wouldn't dream of actually having these songs in real life, because we can delve into things. And eventually, if we ended up doing this for, like, say, 5 years, imagine how our skits and our song things would be. We would end up being able to do every single genre of music and do every type of acting and every type of, like, skit that has ever existed. Because we've already, in 24, we've already covered most of the basis. Yeah. Of anything. I mean, when we did the Jay Ferguson folk song, I knew things were going to start being really strange.
We've kind of moved away from that though, but
it doesn't matter. I'm happy with it. I'm glad we did it because it was getting weird. It was getting kind of like we were pushing it. It wasn't natural anymore. Yeah. Instead, we just talk and be who we are because these podcast people, like aside from your. You got a couple of them, but they don't have like a lot of super occurring themes. So why don't we just like live our lives?
And the few that do, I tend to really enjoy those ones more than any other.
Well, we just started, so maybe we'll end up being like that. I told you,
like that Tell 'em Steve Dave one, I did that callback contest.
In the Dollar Shave
Yeah, I'm sitting here doing like, I'm writing like it down like note for note.
So what did they do with the advertiser? This is groundbreaking, by the way. What did they do with the Dollar Shave?
They made an audio book theater, like an audio play based on advertisement.
So they were
created a character for Dollar Shave program called Dollar Shave, and he's a albino pimp that's based in the blaxploitation films from the 70s. And then they wrote an entire movie about him going back in time.
And stuff?
Yeah. They did a full thing with actors and everything.
See, that's what happens when you make $15,000 an episode. You can
I don't know if they make that much. So
Marin makes 11.
I think because Tell 'em Steve Dave gets
Marin was on
around
the top
120,000 120,000 episodes a week downloaded. So I think that they make around 6,000.
Hey, from what my information is based off an internet article, so
that's
you can never take me serious.
Mine. I heard mine, or I read it in an article on Reddit about what they make. But
that was cool though that they did that because
see, Kevin Smith takes a percentage, and then it's divided up between the three of them, and they do a lot of merch that they don't make money on, which is cool.
Where basically our merch is going to be like pretty similar to that. We're going to make like $3, $5 a piece.
Yeah, but I like since I'm a collector myself, I love the idea of having merchandise. You know, because I'll collect it myself.
We're gonna have the T-shirts, bro.
It'll be exciting.
That's actually the next thing I'm going to do is make T-shirts. Mm-hmm. See, we always have this weird. This is the only part of the show, except for I think we've had 2 segments that we've had a huge problem with. The one was because I was super drunk and we didn't know where we were going. We had a whole like 20-minute segment we had to fill and we had no idea. And it's like 4 a.m. and we're sitting here like, and we sat here in silence for like 5 minutes and I was like, this is exactly what I did. I'm just super drunk and I just pressed record. I said, and we're back. That's all we did. We just made up shit.
Yeah.
So, this was an example because we didn't really know what we were going to do here, but we talked shit. We addressed literally like 29 subjects, and now we're going to go to our sponsors. And we're back.
Yo.
We're back from that epic tale.
Yeah.
And it was
good.
It was good. I don't know who wrote it, if it was Polanski or Hamlet.
It was me.
Did Hamlet write it?
Yes.
It's a funny thing to say.
Did you ever see Hamlet starring Mel Gibson?
No.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's true?
Yeah, he's in it.
Hamlet starring, what year was that? It's got to be in the 80s.
All right, let's go to
the phone.
Dr. Google. Tell me what I need to know. Mel Gibson, Hamlet. The year was 1990.
Oh, that doesn't even count. If it's 1990, I said the 80s, so whatever. 1990 is still the 80s to me.
Yeah.
But whatever.
What's your favorite Shakespearean? Oh, wait, here we go.
Is there a clip of it?
Yeah, let's hear Mel Gibson doing his best.
His best. Okay. A lot of visual acting.
Yes. It says him with a real bad beard.
It's not a heavy...
A chance to dream. Aye, there's the rub.
What? It's creepy sounding.
For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come. When
Robin
we have
Williams
shuffled
movie.
off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely. The pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office and the spurns. The patient merit of the unworthy take.
I guess, I mean...
That is Riggs from Lethal Weapon doing that like that. Oh, my God. It's that era, too. Like, he just got done doing...
And he's like, people need to take me
To
seriously.
be or not to be? That is the question.
To be a cop in a movie or not?
Yes. I'm Mad Max.
He decided not to be.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I guess
It was so bad, that movie.
that kind of mentality that he has, and I don't know, coming from the 90s, I felt almost like all the new stuff wasn't beyond me. Like all the new things, like
What do you mean?
big fancy TVs, 3D LEDs, and massive cell phones, and all these things. They were just like,
I'm talking about your contentment with not being like the hot new item.
Yes, because okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever experienced something like this, but I went through a whole period of not getting anything. It was roughly 10 years. So that 10 years set me back a decade.
Let's give them a frame of reference. This was brought to my attention when I acquired a massive TV from my mom.
It was a big old school flat screen.
It was like 65 inch. It was
a Sony though.
Yeah, with huge subwoofer bass. You know, it was one of those projection.
And
big,
it weighed 3,000 pounds.
Oh my God. You see these houses like when you move into a new house, like when you're like they show you the new house, like, and it's still furnished, and you see this big TV, like, oh, and they always are telling you like, oh, the TV comes with the house because it doesn't move.
Because you don't
can't
understand. You know, they built it around the house.
Anyways, this TV, Kevin saw it, and he's just like, oh my God.
And I traded you.
This was your I ended up giving it to you.
I traded my Toshiba.
I don't know. I didn't care. I didn't want any TV after that point. I remember I left it. We left that TV upstairs, and you took the one down there, but I didn't take the Toshiba with me.
We gave it to a family.
Yeah, I didn't care
who
about
didn't like it either.
Yeah. But it was interesting, though. Like,
I mean, okay.
It
all real bases around when I was younger, in the mid to late 80s, there was a family that had one of them TVs that were just massive. And it was strange because they lived in like a trailer, like in the middle of nowhere, but they had this TV that took up roughly like 27% of the cubic footage of their fucking living room.
They live in.
It was like you're sitting on the couch and you could reach and touch the TV almost. And I remember how awesome it was playing fucking like Mortal Kombat or something like, and the fucking dudes are as big as me as a kid. I'm like, oh my God, it was so cool to me. Yeah. So that is the exact type of TV.
Yeah.
So coming into it, you know, in all those gaming systems, systems, the last one I had was PS2, man. I mean, I hadn't had even an Xbox. So when I got an Xbox and I got just a regular Xbox with the big huge controllers
and the modded games
everybody hated. Yes, because I got it so far in, you could mod it, you could put Windows on it if you wanted, But having those things, that's my version of the modern simple man. So now I'm coming into this, and it's still kind of going because I love my PS3. And Ryan's got a PS4 up in his room and stuff. I'm rolling the PS3 that we never play on the big ass awesome TV.
Well, I got the S5 phone and the PS4, and then the.
I'm just saying
TV.
You would be having it on the big ass TV, but I'm like, no, we have the PS3.
Yeah.
But I have all these damn games for it, so I mean, are they still making them?
I wish the PS4 was compatible with PS3 because there's a lot of good games. Fallout 3, all the Batman games for it.
Yeah, I mean,
God,
games like that where I'm the kind of person where I would live with roommates or something, and they'd be playing these games like Fallout and stuff, and I almost would rather watch them because it's like watching a really fucked up movie that never has the same ending, and like it's like 120 hours long.
Yeah.
I'd be watching it the whole time. Like not Call of Duty. Call of Duty was really redundant to me. Just like
that's only good for the multiplayer online stuff.
Kill streak, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, the online stuff's the only thing that's good for really.
I mean, the online, like if you ever played NBA 2K online, that's actually cool. That's the only one that isn't laggy. Like you can play it normally.
The new Dying Light game I got is pretty neat because you run around in a open world, non-linear. You're just, open world.
That's
type
all
stuff.
I do.
Yeah, but then the online thing is each lobby can have like 100 players on it or something like that, and they're just running around in the world that you're in, doing the same.
Well,
shit.
it's kind of like the premise of the first online GTA.
I didn't see it play. I didn't play that, but there's no lag time in this, and it's pretty cool. But I don't turn it on a lot.
It's the same thing, I was glad that they did that, and why do I still talk about? Why am I talking about GTA 5 right now still? Because I feel like
that bad.
We got to play it before it's gone. I feel like it's going to disappear.
GTA 6 though will be the next one.
Oh, I want to make sure that they actually don't cut off this internet, like the way they have it, open world.
Oh, they won't.
Oh, it's so cool. I remember when I'm playing GTA, I was thinking that, like, how fucking awesome would it be to have like four dudes playing this thing, and like we're all in this whole world.
But see, on PS4, I got Watch Dogs, and that's one of the launch games with the PS4, and that still has a huge online community.
I just like the idea of having a big, huge map and having a lot of people on it with you, and you come across them. It's like the old Diablo days. There was, having like 16 people in one.
They have a new Diablo game out now too. That's online.
Oh my goodness! See, there's so many things. That's what I'm saying.
Diablo 3 Game of the Year edition. Or
Why am I
edition.
worried? What did I say coming into this? I am 10 years behind on technology.
So are you tempted to not be a simple man, but you're staying true to your guns?
I mean, the only thing I'm not is because when you get a phone...
You do have an iPad, though.
Well, but you know what an iPad is literally a mobile little thing for porn. It's perfect for it. It's just a little tiny thing that you could watch porn on that's bigger than your... watching... If anybody's ever watched porn on their phone, like... There's a part of you that feels really creepy. You're like, I'm watching this on this little tiny screen. Like, hey,
that's funny.
I mean, the iPad levels it up a little more.
That's what a video game system's for, also.
Well, really? That's what it is?
Why?
I've never watched porn on my video games.
It's on your TV screen, though.
No, there's so many ways. My laptop's got HDMI, bro.
What's funny is
If I wanted to watch porn on my TV.
Most of the porn that I've watched has been with the girl that I'm with. Isn't that weird? Most of it.
I guess I look at it differently because when I'm with a girl, there isn't a point where I'm like, hey, let's watch some porn. It's like, hey, let's make some porn. That's not funny. That point. We're just like going, that we're done. That's how life is.
That's funny.
I haven't got that far, actually, I don't know if that's why, but I've never done that. It's more, it always feels weird. There's been points where I've done it, and then I almost feel weird because it's like, oh, hey, do you need this? There's this line we're crossing, like, do you really need this? Like, can I are we good?
It's more to me, it's always like if it's been on ever, it's more like the background stuff. Like instead of listening to like
I had a girl that liked the noises of the part.
Exactly. Like instead of always.
Did other girls say that too? I didn't.
Yeah, a lot.
That's funny.
A lot of them.
See, I haven't had multiple things.
The one thing that I found strange with women is the fact that a lot of women are into violent things. Like pull my hair. It just
sounds like they're like afraid to tell you that yet. Maybe it's too early and they haven't told you.
No, they are. Usually it's up front.
Oh, well.
Pull my hair, choke me, smack me, kick me.
Jesus.
Like what? It's like why is this so
That's an abusive mentality of the women that want to be with those guys that just treat them like crap. And even if there's a part of them that still feels that way, I mean, I don't know. I've always felt like if you're with somebody, you want to be with them. What's the point of being with them? I mean, we just both came out of that situation, but when you're married, it becomes a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
It's not like you're with somebody that you don't want to be with, and all you got to do is say, hey, you know what? Get out of here. It's more like, hey, you know what? Get out of here in a year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll see you in between, but, it makes it so much complicated. And I'm not going to talk bad about marriage, but I'm going to say that it's going to take a good, huge chunk of something to make me consider it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel the same way?
Oh, definitely.
Just because of how hard it is to get out of it. And then once you get into it, it's almost like all the good things that were in it disappear.
I think that's the big part of it, though. Once you say I do, everything that was like exciting about the relationship kind of goes away.
Well, I feel it's less about that and then more about both parties just realize like, all right,
well, I
got it. And then they don't have to do anything. They just have to like be this weird version of themselves where they're just so like complacent.
I don't think that necessarily. I think the big thing that I came away with out of this is realizing that you don't have to be married to consider that someone a part of your family. You know what I mean?
Aww.
Well, exactly. Like what I mean, like you don't have, like if you want to have kids and have a good family, you don't have to be married to do that.
Yes, I mean, especially in the modern society.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. You got to go through a lot of trials and tribulations.
We're not going to address like
me,
the specifics of it, but just going to say that, 1 out of 3 marriages end within the first 2 years. So when that happens, I'm not going to say let it happen and not work for it.
Yeah.
But if it's going to be a detriment to your life and to you as a person, and it's literally draining your soul. Well, that's the best way I can describe it. It's draining your life force. That's when you get out. You try as hard as you can to make it work, but once it starts taking your life force, you're like, you start looking in the mirror and you're like, who am I? Like, what the fuck happened to me? When you get to that point, that's when you're like, you got to be a man and you got to figure out what to do. You got to get it out.
Yeah.
And, some people go about it different. Some people can clean cut it. Some people go about really strange ways like I did. Nobody really understands how I went about mine, but mine was basically being bad, being a bad husband to the point where she wanted to leave.
Yeah.
That's all I could do.
You didn't want to be the bad guy necessarily.
It wasn't even about that. It was just like, I wanted them to see if she could deal with it on the same hand as I wanted to see if she couldn't, then she would. That's how we're going to end it then. Yeah. So what are you going to do? Neither of us were happy, and that's exactly how it ended. And as immature as she was, that statement right there, that conversation that we had was the best part of our relationship.
Yeah.
We both said it. We said, she was like, I brought it up. I was like, I don't think either of us are happy. And I don't even think that either of us can be happy anymore. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to see, what do you want to do? And blah, blah, blah. And, I fought for it for a little while, but then I realized that it was a mistake. But I brought it to the light in the first place because I don't want to talk bad about it, but I had been thinking about it for 2 years.
Yeah. Well,
I always kept giving her chances.
Well, me and you talked about it a lot. I had 2 marriages within 2 years of each other.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That's a statistic, though.
I know.
And there's always these people that got married around you, but see, we were different because we both kind of got into the same premise. It was all quick. It was all like based on like really like short-term emotion, and
a lot of it probably had to do with parental issues that we dealt with.
Parental issues?
You know, when you go back to it, it's like we wanted to have that family. We had broken homes. We wanted to create our dream life that we didn't have as kids.
I think we're both in the same state now that we're realizing that it's not really about any of those things. You just, I don't know. I'm personally just living my life and going through the, like, going with the wind where the wind takes me.
Well, you know, like
I'm not trying to jump into like a huge, insanely like crazy serious thing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, when's the wedding? Like,
yeah, me too. Like, what's weird is like, and I feel like the last 10 years of my life or so has been so weird and messed up and wrong that I'm 31 now, but I feel like I just turned 21.
I can say I'm definitely living a lot less responsible than I have for a long time.
You know what I mean? Though it's like now, but we're being.
But I'm having some of the most fun I've had in my whole life.
But we also, I mean, like, but we are having like we're doing things the right way, but it seems like we're doing it the right way. You know what I mean?
What?
Like,
That sounds. We're doing it the right way. We're doing it the right way.
yeah, like I can't even phrase it right.
That was
like,
a very strange statement.
I'm high.
Your beer's been sitting there way too long and it's hot. You're drinking fancy beer out of a snifter,
hot beer.
And now you might as well put it over that candle and fucking shoot it up.
Okay, we're doing things the right way in the sense that we're enjoying our lives now and doing fun things.
Yeah,
but we're not putting a lot of pressure on ourselves to, be a certain way.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and
even with you.
And we're not living in a way that we don't want to live. Like say before, like when I was living with you, we had Big D and Nico with us. We had a certain we kind of needed them there though financially, even at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we didn't want that.
I mean,
we even
looking back monetarily,
we discussed it. Like we wanted to keep the house, just us, but we couldn't have done it. And we're not in relationships that we don't want to be in. We're not stuck in any situation that we don't want to be in.
I'm actually really happy.
Yeah,
with I think we're both happy with the relationships that we are in. We found exactly where we needed to be.
Yeah. So yes, we're doing the right things the right way.
We found great people that are willing to deal with our shit. Basically,
I know.
That's exactly how it is. And you know how I came into it? I mean, I was like, I don't even want to say it, but I mean, I know that in the part of my life that I am now, I can't be a perfect boyfriend to anyone.
I know.
All the time.
Basically, we're telling the people who are willing to be with us, like, you know what? It's like, you have to love us this way. We're not going to probably give back the same amount of love because we're really,
but just know that
we do love you, but it's like,
it's
like we're going to be ultra focused and self-centered and really be caring about what we got to do the most.
We got super deep on this.
Yeah.
I guess this is
Simple Man
of
the 21st century talking about his feelings.
I think that I should bring up the fact that our upstairs is not nearly as cold as it starts at the bottom. Started at the bottom.
Heat rises.
It starts at the bottom. I know that, but we know what we need to do. The vents need to be closed in all those areas.
Yeah.
But what is the first thing that came to my mind?
What?
Think about it.
Put the air?
I was going to duct tape all the vents.
Duct tape the vents. Yeah. Oh, my God. Mr. Fix-It over here. Just like okay, so when I first moved in, like, I was like, oh, cool, we got a back porch patio. I walked back there like, whoa. Like, no screen door. And the screen door is just laying on the ground. Screen all out of it, so I took the time and put the little rubber thing back in the screen and fixed it all up, but we still need a bottom rubber piece, so we haven't had the screen door open. And Kevin's thought, like, I'm just gonna put a strip of duct tape across that right there. It'll look good.
That's why you have duct tape.
No,
MacGyver used duct tape.
I don't care. Okay, aesthetically speaking, I have to enjoy what I'm looking at. MacGyver, I don't think was too concerned with
I once created a vocal booth out of blankets, forks, and duct tape. wedged it. I really did. So I'm from the train of thought where duct tape is king. Mm-hmm. But now I'm brought into this world where I'm frowned upon by utilizing its, very... What the hell was that noise?
Everybody needs a helping hand, but you can always rely on your best friend. And die straight if you're feeling down. No, we're not moving in, we're moving on. It's just two of us, it's just two best buds.
Seriously? I have a landline? What year is this? What? Hello?
Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
It's me, Ryan.
Ryan.
Watson, your best friend?
Ryan Watson. Oh, you should have just said Ross from Friends.
More like the Jim Kelly of marriages. Speaking of football, I heard your old lady intercepted a landscaper's penis and got pregnant. I guess he's pretty good at laying seed.
Oh, yeah, the bastard child of a unemployed, borderline racist dimwit and a 40-year-old landscaper. That kid's got a bright future, I tell you.
He sure does. Anyways, you need a roommate?
Yeah? Whoa, that was quick. Jeez.
Not as quick as my 2 marriages ended.
Oh, you travel light, I see. Wow.
Hell, all I need is a garbage bag full of chronic and the bed to lay for my women.
Oh, I got you.
The only thing missing now is alcohol and money to make this place home sweet home.
You know what? I can swing that. Speaking of swings, every room has pre-installed sex swing mounts.
You read my mind.
You know what, Watson? We're going to get along just fine.
Everybody needs a helping hand, but you can always rely on your best friend. And die straight if you're feeling down. No, we're not moving in, we're moving on. It's just two of us, it's just two best buds.
All right, we're back, and things are going really well and really smooth. They're going smooth like this Siberian Night Imperial Stout. From the Thirsty Dog Brewing Company that we're drinking out of the snifters that we got from Joseph's Beverage Center over by Franklin Park Mall here in Toledo, Ohio. What are you drinking, Ryan?
I'll be drinking on that left-handed milk stout.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this before. It sounds like a sexual thing.
Left-handed milk stout.
I gave her the old left-handed milk stout.
I did.
I believe that's
I'm
the
on
thing
my second. Usually I'm only one.
Oh, my goodness. Well, this Siberian Night Imperial Stout by Thirsty Dog Brewing Company.
What's the percentage of that alcohol?
Is 9.7%.
Whoa! I like their old leg humper.
I got it because it has a picture of a wolf on it. And my homie Schematics up in Schematics, a fellow hip hop producer up in Canada. He's notorious for the wolf shirts.
Ooh.
He always wears the
Did
wolf
you ever see
shirts.
the one on Amazon that had like the best reviews of any product on Amazon?
The beer?
No, the shirt. The wolf shirt.
The wolf shirt?
On Amazon.
That's probably what he has.
It had the highest rating of any product on Amazon. And it said something like when you wear it, like it has cosmic powers that bring the other person to you.
So it took like a Chuck Norris type internet thing?
Yeah, it was the one that where it started getting worn on some TV show a lot. I want to say it was Dwight on The Office, or one of them had like a
It was
wolf
like
shirt.
a kind of like a my t-shirt could beat your t-shirt's ass.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yes.
Like a Chuck Norris's beard.
Yes.
By the way, remember the Chuck Norris jokes?
Yeah.
I attributed 2 jokes.
Let's hear them.
I don't remember what they were.
There's some.
There was like 14,000 on the website.
I'm sure everybody's.
I attributed 2 to them.
Well, we already said a few old mama jokes in the past, so I'm going to give you my 2 favorite Chuck Norris ones.
You didn't make these up. These are
ones I heard. But every time I tell them to somebody, they're always like, "Oh, wow, that's funny. I never heard that one." Or they're just pandering to me to make me feel better. But Chuck Norris does not do push-ups. He pushes the earth down.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then the other one is
I didn't do that one.
Chuck Norris's tears can cure cancer. The only problem is Chuck Norris doesn't cry.
I didn't make that one either, but it was all along the lines of that.
Let's hear yours.
So I have to make it up off the head. I know I didn't make those up. Mine were like afterthought, like a year later.
If Chuck Norris was an actor, he'd be Chuck Norris. The Walker, Texas clips on Conan were amazing. Do you remember those?
Oh my God, that's what set this all in fucking. It's what even happened.
The best one was the Haley Joel Osment clip where he says, "Walker, I got AIDS."
And the weirdest part about it is it's almost like they were making fun of him, but yet
celebrating him.
Yeah, and his career had a whole new birth from that point.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean,
I'm sure they talked with him prior to it.
I mean, Walker, Texas Ranger, I think we all know wasn't a
groundbreaking
yeah,
hit.
it was nothing special at all. It was pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, it was just run of the mill, but it had a good run on Hallmark after.
On the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah. Home to such great shows
out of
as
all
Seventh
the channels,
Seventh Heaven's on there. I
Out
love
of
that
all
show.
the channels, if you're sitting there watching the Hallmark Channel,
What are you trying to say?
I'm pretty much sure that you have some kind of social disability or you're a fucking serial killer.
I love the Hallmark Channel. I love watching those shit movies at Christmas time like Ebby.
Yeah.
You like Ebby?
It's phenomenal.
I love it.
I'm kidding. It's terrible.
Santa
What
Baby.
are you doing?
Santa Baby starring Jenny
I'm
McCarthy.
just going to say that every Christmas they come up with something new. They're like, Santa goes to Wisconsin. It's all these like Santa movies.
Santa Baby.
Santa Baby. And there's like and it's a big production. And, like 30,000 people watch
Santa
it.
Town.
And it's, I'm not going to poke fun at Lifetime because we're not going to be.
This is Hallmark.
I know, but I feel like that's the level here. And Lifetime is better than Hallmark, obviously.
Lifetime is a baller.
It's right
series.
there. Well, because they cater to women's fears. They're like,
he's gonna rape you.
It's all it is.
Your ex is stalking you.
Okay, here's the
Starring
here's the
Susan
movie
Lucci.
plot. Yeah. Okay, wait. He offered to mow your lawn. That's how it starts. But little did he know, he would be wanting more. Mm-hmm. Starring Susan Lucci. Rape Fest 7.
Little Johnny's home for college.
Rapescaping.
Little Johnny doesn't look so little no more.
Little Johnny's gonna rape her.
Starring Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. He wouldn't take that.
He was in Fear.
But he wouldn't do the Lifetime movie.
That's what is on Lifetime. They show those old 1990s.
Lifetime plays their own movies, dummy. Have you even watched it lately? All they do is they create movies.
I know, but they also play real ones.
It should be called Women Fear-Mongering Channel.
I think they have Lifetime Movie Network.
You know what's going to happen next is there's going to be like a terrorism and like apocalypse, like fear-mongering channel. It would be called like the Death Channel.
I would watch that.
And it'll all be about movies that scare you about like apocalypse or like terrorist attacks. They're gonna be, what would be a good one? I've seen Deep Impact on Netflix, and it didn't credit Morgan Freeman as the president. What?
Yeah, Elijah
you
Wood.
said the first thing.
I was
Elijah
like, is
Wood,
Morgan Freeman in that? And then
the president.
I didn't even watch it because I thought I was mistaken.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't even in the clips in it.
He what the fuck is that?
I don't know.
He's the damn president.
Can Netflix do that?
I don't think they like Morgan Freeman.
I know.
Maybe they're not allowed to say his name. Morgan Freeman.
Andy
The Penguins.
What was it? Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne.
He was a dog drink of water.
Did not know how to escape the prison. When he did, he didn't know what to do with himself.
Morgan Freeman, I don't think there's been a movie really that's been bad with him.
I should never do impressions, ever.
They're all the same.
It's always the same. Michael Jordan.
I'm Michael
Jordan.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery doing a movie. Sean Connery. Now.
It's like, do the movie voice guy now. I can't do that.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. In the world.
Bring me up, Scotty.
In the world.
In the world. In a world where a baby and a baby is a baby.
I just can't get that one.
I guess. So we had
a story for me.
Oh yeah, a story. Okay,
Story. I'm gonna sit back.
Has anybody had this kind of dry erase or a checklist type part of their life? Okay, so you have this point where you say, I have all these things, and it seems
the year-long to-do list.
Insurmountable. Yes, and you're all these goals, and it's not necessarily like a New Year's type thing, because that would just be ridiculous.
These are just things you actually have to do.
Yeah, in real life.
They're not like, I should stop doing this.
Maybe there's it gets to a point where things seem overwhelming, and you need to just write them out and just kind of step them out. Now, I've went through about 5 of these points in my life. I've had, and they all coincide with dry erase boards. And there's the initial concern of the purchase of the dry erase board. I remember the first one. I didn't know how much they cost or where to get them. In my head, they ranged from $4 to $90. I had no idea. So I go to the store and I realize, hey, they're $10-$20 for the big ones. No big deal. Oh, and you get a marker that lasts for 20 days. Oh, you get 7 colors of them.
Oh yeah, fancy.
Okay, I've went through this a lot. Now, the first ones. Okay, don't make fun of me here. The first 4 dry erase boards, I didn't even get to the point of writing things on them. I just lost them, or they got broken. By the time
you just have a trail of erase boards. Every now and then somebody finds one like, why is this here?
I just thought it was funny. So the last one I got was late 2010, and it's sitting over here in the studio.
In the garbage
look
pile.
at it, basically. It's fucking battered and beaten. It's missing all of the sides. It's got really weird dents in it. I don't understand how it even happens. Like somebody is punching it. But if you look on the other side, which I know what's on there, these are the goals that I set for myself at the end of 2010.
Let's see.
I want to see if there's still you can't. So I hope there's no women things on there. Nope. Oh my God, there's still stuff there, and it's falling apart. There's metal. There's different layers.
All right, here we go.
Come on, man. All right. Don't put me on blast. Make sure you watch what you say.
All right, here we go.
The right side looks like what you can actually go to. That's about beat names.
Evil spirits on it.
Beats. Look at the bottom right. That is actually like a big thing. And don't say the numbers, but
call accountant. Business bank account. NEV PayPal. Form LLC. Save all paperwork. I can't.
New home pages, 1 per keyword. New something for each keyword.
Finalize ASCAP.
Finalize ASCAP. Do publishing. What does that say? New contract with ASCAP. Do three beats a day. Starting December 1st, 2010.
This thing is just falling apart.
Throw it at the ground. Oh, those are all things that I was supposed to do.
Did you do them yet?
Let's see.
Is it still a
most of the things I did do them. I actually did them then because that's when I wasn't a loser. But I never did 3 beats a day from that point on. If I did, I would have roughly
10,000 beats.
Well, I just have I have over 5,000 just from between then and now.
Jeez.
And but it's still funny though because there's that whole type of person, the guy that writes out his goals, and
the one who does them.
I believe, yeah. I believe there's a weird paradox here between people talking about what they're gonna do because they have the avenues on social media. They're like, this year I'm going to release 23 mixtapes. Or it's just like a person, they're like, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to do this. They're like, whoa.
Let's do all the sayings now. What is that?
right.
Actions speak louder than words.
Exactly.
Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And
what else?
Some people's bark is bigger than their bite.
Nothing easy is worth doing. That's what I live by.
Yeah.
That's why I do so many ridiculously hard things. But there's that type of person, you know. You're like, have you ever met that guy? Do you have that person in your life? I don't think you do, actually. But I have a lot of them.
What's that?
That I talk to and that I'm around, and a majority of our conversations are, you know, what we're going to do.
The plans for the future.
Yeah. It's like that line there of talking about what you're going to do and actually doing it. I feel like there's a new trend of people talking about doing things more than doing things.
Do you think it's procrastination or fear?
I think it's just poor foresight. Maybe they just don't have the ability to realize that some things are insurmountable. Yeah, eyes are bigger than their stomach.
Yeah, like their aspirations are just beyond what they're.
There's almost only so much time in a day. Yeah,
but it's just like when you're a little kid. Like, I'm gonna have a mansion.
I'm gonna be the president and a fireman,
and I'm gonna have a supermodel wife.
Yeah, but you continue that throughout your life. You know,
and these people are like 30 years old still saying that,
and they're living at their grandma's.
God, that's sad.
So there's a huge percentage of that in America. That's why America have taken such a steep fall, like in the perception of the world. There's the doers and there's the sayers, you know, and that's how it is. You have to be realistic about your goals.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what makes our friendship good, though, and our partnership in this. Like, we actually do a lot more than we say.
I cut you down a lot. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be a realist on every aspect.
What, on here?
I'm just saying everything we talk about. I mean,
oh yeah, but I don't. Your critique towards me doesn't faze me. You know what I mean?
It's rationality in your mind.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect me.
It's not supposed to be mean. Like, you piece of shit, you suck.
Because I don't look at you. I don't look up to you. I look at you like you're.
Oh, you don't look up to me.
Because we're equal.
Well, at least we're not them kind of people that talk about the glory days all the time, and you know the glory days. There's that high school, like, all-American type person that's the best part of their life. Yeah. And I feel like we're the type of people that the best part of our life hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's really all I wanted to address here. I was going to do songs about these things, you know, and before I stopped being a childish rapper and trying to be a star.
I'm going to say something profound here.
Okay, come on.
Don't you wish life was like a dry erase board?
No, because I would have done shit.
You could erase all of your problems.
I didn't erase them because they're not all done. That's why this board is falling apart.
I wonder if that'll even wipe off anymore since it's been sitting for so long.
I don't know.
It's just permanent.
It might need liquid. At this point, it's not dry erase board. It's a liquid erase board.
Yep.
You know, but I think that on that note, we should go to our sponsors. Deborah Springer stars in a Lifetime original movie, Above the Brawl, featuring Steven Seagal.
Yeah, I mean, I asked you all, would a man refer to a baby crying as a baby squalling with the smell of diapers? Is that a man to you?
Steven Seagal.
You understand? What kind of person is that?
Okay, this is really awkward, uncomfortable.
Well, what she said to me is similar to what everyone else that was quoted, and that is that he took everything that she said out of context, and that it's really hard to tell anymore because it isn't the way she said it.
I said, no, thank you, I'm good.
You know, Kelly tried to say things, obviously, about me that were endearing and flattering. And in reality, when you have somebody that's out from Jump Street to crucify you...
Oh, shit, I'm about to get raped by Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal in his most confusing role to date. Above the Brawl. Sometimes your fantasy becomes your death.
We're back.
We're back.
I'm excited, too, to announce the death of the Boston Bombers coming up.
Fuck that guy.
Yay! America triumphed today.
Fuck that guy.
I'm glad to see that.
What was he thinking, though?
I don't know. He thought he was going to just kill himself that day, probably. But now we get to do it.
Oh, yeah, now we get to kill him.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
It is cool.
I mean, I know it's not, it's obviously not, for all the people that lost their lives, it's not retribution.
Did anyone die on the Boston bombing?
I thought there's 50 at least.
I don't know. I know they all lost their legs from the bullet, from like the bolts shooting out
From
of it.
the bullet.
Not bullets. It was bolts shooting out of the back.
You think I should do the...
Drinking choice.
I do the Siberian Night or the Polestar Pilsner by Left Hand Milk Stout?
Let's do the 10%.
You want me to do that first?
Yeah, let's get drunker.
You want me to be more drunk?
Yes, it's enjoyable.
Wee-hee! All right.
Whoa!
It sounds like champagne. Celebrate.
It
The Boston
be
Bombers
so
dawn.
nice.
Celebrate.
Death warrant served on the Boston.
Celebrate.
Boston death.
The Boston Bombers dead. Celebrate.
So we were discussing our love for the police procedural.
Beer. No, it's not even. We're not. It's not there.
Let's hear about it.
The Boston bomber, the whole thing, and I mean, I think that pisses America off more than anything. I mean, when these douche fucking bags, come and get me, by the way, terrorist. These douchebags come to our country and they do shit like this. That pisses us off more than anything. That's why 9/11, still to this day, just the numbers next to each other piss people off. In America, if you're an American, you're like,
where are you going with this, buddy?
Well, it goes into our whole new when everything changed that day. Really, everything changed. I mean, you can sit here and you can say that nothing did, but it's almost our modern moon landing. Where were you when you seen the buildings crash? I don't know if you've really thought about that, but it made every American kind of get a little mad and get a little like we were on the same team for a second and it's still kind of there.
Okay.
You're not mad about it at all that they came to our country and did this.
I just don't think about it very much, except the fact that things are very...
I know, but when you do think about it, do you get pissed off about it a little bit? Like, are you serious?
I think the biggest thing that... I mean, I don't know. The thing that sucks about the most to me is the fact that there's so many restrictions now and everything.
Well, it wasn't a good mixture with our generation being the apocalypse paranoia generation that we just talked about last episode.
Like to you, like you might think that, like, I don't know, I still think that America did it to ourselves.
Oh, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but
like,
you're thinking like Alex Jones or something. That's just ridiculous.
No, but
that's madness. It
was a perfect time to initiate. I don't know.
I mean, but on a paranoia standpoint and a conspiracy level, being someone that knows those things, it's too perfect to be for real.
I just don't see how
it's almost like the moon landing. It's so easy to make it a conspiracy that it doesn't seem like it is.
That's
a conspiracy.
why I don't think about it so much, because either you are mad that people came from another country and destroyed something on your property, or you're mad at your own country for pretending to do something to start a war.
Well, I think it was more of a symbolism.
Well, when you look at America not even going into Syria to help when there's mass genocide there.
Yeah, but we can't be everywhere.
I know, but it's only where our money lies.
Money, yeah. I mean...
And what's the coincidence that the only terrorists in the world to make it to America are the ones that our money lies the most in?
Well, that's what pisses our country off.
It's just kind of strange. Like, North Korea hates us, and so does Russia.
And it's all countries that we've had dealings with.
Some little desert community is going to make it here.
It's all countries that we've had dealings with that even fuck with us. And that's what's funny about it.
Yeah, because
I talk, do you want me to be honest with you? When I talk to our foreign constituents, all the people I know all around the world, the difference between America in the 90s when we were the feared superpower, that could take anything out and do anything, and we ruled the world essentially.
We are never not that, though.
But we're not now. It's because of the way they think about us. You don't understand. They're not afraid of America anymore.
Well,
Americans are a joke to most countries. 90% of us are. Even Canada makes fun of us.
But no army is going to go up against our army.
But yet, we're being on a level playing field now. So that's where we are. I mean,
I don't know.
You say you're not mad about it, but why I'm mad about it is because it changed them motherfuckers changed the dynamic of living here. Think about it. Like, it made an already paranoid generation have a reason to fear something.
But that's why I say the thing I hate about it the most is the way all the restrictions and the way everything changed because of it.
Well, that's why you should be mad.
Yeah, but
we don't do that to other people. Do we do that into other countries? Do you hear America did a car bomb in Ireland?
But seriously, like, I'm not going to waste my time being upset about something that happened almost 15 years ago.
But it directly did affect our lifestyle. And we're still a product of it.
But no one says it doesn't.
With the censorship and the monitoring of the internet and all of our communications, that's all derivative of 9/11.
No one downplays 9/11.
You are. But you're not understanding that was the turning point of...
How am I downplaying it? Just because I'm not...
You should be mad because it changed everything and made everything...
If this was 2001 still, yeah, I'd be mad about it.
I guess... the lingering effects are oblivious to you. But the lingering effects are why things have changed so much.
Well, I traveled on planes recently. I know how big of a hassle airports are.
Well, it's not as much about the planes. It's just about the overall paranoia.
The Patriot Act.
Yeah, things like that. That actually is troublesome because they're coming into our lives and they can just... Hey, I want to listen to this guy's conversation and everything he says for a couple days just to see what he does.
I don't know. There's other Homeland Security problems before that, Oklahoma City bombing, the Atlanta Olympics.
I know, but those are two events over a period of 10 years. I'm talking about things that have randomly been happening since then and the changing in our lives. So it's not a big deal. I mean...
If anything, it's a wake-up call because our security was so lax.
So you bring the Alex Jones... 9/11 scenario, and then I come. That's the basis of saying the things that you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that 9/11 was that
perpetrated by us.
No, I don't. But I do believe there's a lot of other things. So we don't.
You don't think we turned a blind eye to some things to allow it to happen?
Oh, of course. I mean,
like we have this intel.
No.
Let's just ignore this and see what happens.
The only part that's sketchy to me, after seeing everything and doing a lot of research, is the Pentagon. Because it doesn't look like a plane, it looks like a rocket.
Yeah.
That's why. It looks like a drone strike. So it's almost like we shot our own Pentagon to renovate it. Like, what the fuck is that? Because we knew that there was terrorists going to strike it, so we're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
What the hell? So that's the one part. It might come out. But the Pentagon, mark my words, at least something about the Pentagon will come out.
Like, do you remember when that Newport, Massachusetts, or whatever, that big Massachusetts killing with all the kids, the school shooting?
Yep.
Like, did you see all the weird shit going on around that?
Oh, yeah.
Like
the fact that there was multiple people in the thing that Governor Christie overseed.
They saw the cops go outside and put a rifle into his back thing.
There was actors from the hurricane thing involved in that, yes.
Yeah.
The woman that was the...
So when you see things like that, like these weird conspiracy type plots, I don't know. It's just weird. I think that keeping us scared consistently and, is...
Well, that's a culture of... That's like...
Yeah,
we're supposed to be...
If 9/11 didn't happen, where would we be right now?
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
I think that every culture and every civilized country has to have a moderate amount of instilled fear in their citizens in order for them not to have an uprising.
Exactly. But you think about it, we had World War I, Oh, I mean, you think about it.
We always had afraid in our whole thing since the beginning of America.
I know, American Revolution.
Then Civil War.
And then the British, and then the Battle of 1812, and then the Indian battles, and then the.
No, I said the Civil War just because of the
Civil War,
fight between the Americas.
And then World War II, and then Pearl Harbor hit us, and then you had the Cold War that lasted forever, Vietnam, Korean War.
And then there's all this media that coincides with it once we have the ability to do it.
But after the Cold War, we thought we were tough shit, badass, and then 9/11 happened.
I think the movie that best sums up our generation is Terminator 2. I feel like everyone that has been lived in...
now we're all worried about robots.
I feel like we're afraid of being the girl that disintegrates holding the cage when the nuke goes off. I feel like that's more likely than anything.
Yeah, I don't know if nukes will be... It seems like nukes are more talked about.
I think it's a different Bob now. I mean, you think at this point we're still using the same technology?
But you think about it, the nuke is more powerful as being a fear than it is as a weapon, I think.
I think it's closer...
You know what I mean?
And also the Alex Jones thing kind of mentality I agree with. I feel like there's a HARP thing going on. I really do, because of the climates.
Yeah.
Because of all of these random things and seeing them on Google Earth and
And what do you think about Denver Airport?
I don't know about that.
That's the craziest place in the world that has the largest fuel hub in North America. And it's just this weird airport. It's Denver Airport, but it's 30 minutes outside of the Denver.
We're taking a really underground radio, post-apocalyptic dystopian Pirate radio.
Yeah.
Vherbal and Watson show. We used to be funny, but now the rebellion has started.
The Denver airport is actually funded by the New World Order.
From wrestling. That's all I hear when I hear that. I'm thinking NWO from the WWE with Sting and Razor Ramon. Who else was in there? No, dude. NWO ain't a real thing. Do you think the government would have let NWO be a real thing?
Let's listen.
Attracted the attention of many people throughout the ages. They ranged from questioning the U.S. moon landing, the real story behind 9/11,
that guy's voice
even
sucks.
deaths of rap stars such as Tupac.
I'll find a different one.
I hate that fag. Super fag voice, not listening. Is that our skit? Are you playing things from YouTube?
No, this is from my memory.
As the Matrix exists,
Oh, I love that.
the human race will never be free.
Don't put it too close. A little tiny closer.
The very word secrecy
There
is
we go.
repugnant.
Oh, I used that in Freedom of Beats.
And we
And he
are,
got
as a
killed.
people,
He talked about secret societies and then he got murdered. That was his last speech.
opposed to secret societies, secret oaths, and secret proceedings.
The councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought.
It's the
by
beginning.
military-industrial complex.
There you go.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and
Still
ruthless
talking
conspiracy.
about it.
A new world order. There is the very real prospect of a new world order.
It's not a real term. It's just broad.
He's
You know?
a stranger who comes in the night and takes from the land whatever he needs.
That's your guy,
The earth is not his friend,
Alex.
but his enemy. And when he's conquered it,
He's not my guy. I feel like he's a nutcase. He makes me feel crazy. All right, stop playing it now.
No,
Yes, it's too much.
Picture does say 1,000 words.
I want you to hear this.
Hiring of the contractors, the weird murals painted on the walls. A picture does say 1,000 words. And the credible witness, Phil Snyder, who mysteriously died after blowing the whistle on underground bases, who visited the airport and left behind documented evidence. The story talks a lot about the Masonic influences and other secret societies that I never knew existed.
All right.
In which his wife...
So are we supposed to be Masonic?
Us?
Yeah. Do you want us to be? Should we?
Be Freemasons?
Yeah. For the sake of the show.
We should try to get them to do the next ad for us.
I'm trying to wonder, do they need the... I think they're not secret anymore, so they need the market.
Would it be possible to start our own secret society? Like Fight Club?
Of course.
I think that should be our goal.
I mean, there's no real reason not to, aside from getting punched. How about if I can get people here, I can just punch? I'm cool.
Yeah.
I don't want any more concussions. I've had them.
But anyways, earlier we were discussing police procedurals.
Oh, my God. Is anybody sick of these fucking police shows? It's like Law and Order, Kroger Unit, CSI, Drivers,
Chicago Homicide,
Aldi's, NYPD, Subway, Cleaners.
Yeah, there's a lot, man.
It's just too much. I mean, that's all that it is. It's like, how... I get it. Okay, so... Did anybody see In the Heat of the Night?
Wonderful show.
In the heat of the night. Such a terrible song. It makes you want to go to sleep. And every time it comes on, it's like, oh my God, this is so boring. Oh my God. And the whole show itself was so dark and like, it was literally just like always in the night. So they made it made you tired watching it. Like, it's like, this guy stole ketchup from the local store. What are we gonna do? It's real slow.
And on those shows too, it's like 1 week will be one plot, and then every other show will do the same type of murder that same week.
Oh, I mean, all the new ones it's so ridiculous. Like, for instance, like the Special Victims Unit, all these random ones, like how many is David Caruso still pulling off his glasses?
I don't know.
Is he showing up like
Lieutenant Dan's on one now? I'm pretty sure.
He does
Joe Montana.
He does the real slow, like, okay, it's like this. It's like, I think we found ourselves a
body.
Murder.
Yeah. And then they also got like Bones, and then they got the First 48, and they got the reality ones.
First 48 is real.
I know, but it's still a police procedural.
It's not the same. That's scary as fuck. Those are real deaths instead of fake ass deaths.
But those guys who
starring like fucking Ice-T and shit.
Every one of the detectives on that has seen CSI so many times that they're trying to be David Caruso while they're looking at the real body.
It's always sunglasses.
Like Miami on the First 48 is hilarious.
Little Havana was so terrible, dude. You know how many people die in Little Havana?
A lot, but
don't ever go there.
But just watching those detectives is so funny to me. Every one of them looks like they could be an actor in a movie. Like, they're just prepared.
How about the what was it, the transsexual hooker that murdered her John and then ran and hid inside of a closet in a house she broke into and then tried to slit the cop's throat? They trailed her blood, by the way, because she had cut off the penis of the John. That's what it was.
Nice.
And was holding it and carried it. This is Little Havana. And then went and hid in a closet of a house she broke into and then tried to slit the cop's throat as they got her. It's like, oh, okay, this is real. It's like, come on.
Yeah, the one they had like 4 bodies pull up on shore on their way from Cuba with their throats sliced. Like 4 bodies just pull up. Like,
that's... Okay, so we talked about the police procedurals, the Law and Orders, like, don't know. He touched me wrong. And then they cut to commercial. First 48's like, he shit on her and fucking cut the baby out and put it in the toilet.
Yeah,
like,
the real
but
stuff.
It's real shit. And you're like, holy shit, all right. And when I seen the Detroit one, I was like, all right,
yeah,
I don't want to watch anymore.
That was a good one.
It's terrible because it's like...
Every clip is I-75 right over here.
Like, hey, come on, murderers. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if they're doing just a great job of scaring me. Like, oh, my God.
Well, what?
No. Everybody knows this. This is what brought this whole culture, I think. Don't know. Tonight on America's Unsolved Mysteries, I'm John Walsh. It's like, he may be sneaking up behind you from the basement.
Yeah, that was good. That was so
so
creepy.
Scary.
They had a lot of alien stuff on there.
He may be looking through your windows.
Yeah, that creeps me out. I think that I watched that show for years with no issue, and then one day I saw an episode that just really fucked me up.
It's like, he might have broke his arm, but he can't elude the arm of the law.
It was always
that's all the kind of things he says.
The kidnapping one scared me on that. Because it was always stuff about like little kids getting taken.
That's what I'm saying. It brought us into this generation. It was like dudes trying to break into rooms to take children and like
another thing. They had the Soul Asylum video Runaway Train, and it was just all missing persons.
Okay. Did you know that Busy Bone is best friends with John Walsh because John Walsh discovered him off of Unsolved Mysteries because he got abducted by his father who was raping him.
Oh wow.
So Bone has a weird thing. Bone, 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 bone.
Eazy-E and Walsh.
Busy Bone was fucking him and his sister were abducted by their stepfather and raped.
Wow.
For years.
That's crazy.
And then John Walsh found them himself.
So, can you imagine doing like an Unsolved Mysteries type police procedural?
No.
Why?
It sounds horribly sad and scary.
I think that'd be amazing, and I think that if we did it, it would be so great.
Oh my God. If we take the music, and now we incorporate modern things.
Like,
he liked her Facebook picture.
Yeah.
The next thing you know,
I guess that'd be kind of like X-Files, wouldn't it?
He's looking through her window.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's scary as shit.
I think just a revamped Unsolved Mysteries would be great.
No.
Yeah.
It's going to scare me.
A modern day one.
A dubstep version said.
No, I think it still needs to keep that creepiness. Like a mix between Halloween and the original.
Oh, it's so scary.
Like it has to have that ominous, like 80s creepy sound.
Well, let's just cross our fingers and hope that they make that trailer.
Yeah.
Because it's Rain Train 911. If you want a tiding, you need to find 11. If you see the lights and you hear the siren ones, then you know it's Rain 3, calling 911. Because it's Rain 3 911. If you want a tiding, you need to find 11. If you see the lights and you hear the siren ones, then you know it's Rain 3, calling 911.
Hey, Unit 13, can I get an update? What's going on?
Yeah, I've had meth heads on 11 streets complain about alien invasions. Arrested a mountain man with a parrot on his shoulder and found that missing trailer over on Susan. Chased 14 cats and 36 kids also. Over.
Sounds like a slow night to me. Over.
Hold on, I think I see something. Shit, it's one of those damn juggalos.
Whoop whoop.
Excuse me, what are you doing out here?
Juggalos for life.
Oh yeah? Why you got that Fago and hatchet?
Me and my homies steady chicken hunting.
Oh, well, I think you're gonna have to come with me.
Here, take this 5-0.
What is this place? Oh my God!
Because it's Rain Train 911. If you want a tiding, you need to find 11. If you see the lights and you hear the siren ones, then you know it's Rain 3, calling 911. Because it's Rain 3 911. If you want a tiding, you need to find 11. If you see the lights and you hear the siren ones, then you know it's Rain 3, calling 911.
All right.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. Ryan's got a full snifter again.
Yeah.
Drinking that fancy beer.
Drinking that beer.
Drinking that fancy beer.
I got a good buzz, man.
And This episode is sponsored by AnnoDominiNation.com, your number one stop for anything hip-hop.
So if I wanted a beat, where would I go?
AnnoDominiNation.com, dummy.
If I needed help with marketing, where would I go?
AnnoDominiNation.com.
What if I want to get t-shirts made?
Go to a person that makes t-shirts.
Fuck.
.com?
That's all I really needed out of all that.
Oh, well. Oh, no, we can't make them ourselves.
Damn it.
Okay, so we're going to go this far on the show this time.
Is it weird that I'm constantly...
Just hold on. We're going to go this far as to say that the shirts that we've been promising for 4 weeks, this is presidential campaign shit. 4 weeks we've promised t-shirts. 4 weeks have went by. The t-shirts haven't arrived. The fans are weary. They want the shirts. They've heard about the shirts. You talk about designs. You talk about profitizing and making money off the show. But what you can't do is sell shirts that don't exist. So from now on, we're going to be offering t-shirts, and we're going to randomly make them, and I'm going to spend the time for the Vherbal and Watson show. T-shirts. T-shirts that you put on your body so you don't get arrested.
I'm excited.
So you can go into liquor stores that say, must have t-shirt.
I'm so excited.
If you didn't have the shirt, see, we're making it so you can get into the store. Oh, I dropped a beer that's empty. But we're making you be able to get in the stores that say must have t-shirt.
That's important.
And it has style, baby.
I'm so distracted by the
noises.
By the tit cup.
Which one?
Over there.
What is it? Oh, damn, yeah.
I stare at a titty that's a cup all day.
It's a perfect size. That's a big C.
It's a dream titty.
Actually, it's a big B.
Big B.
It's a big B with big nips.
Big B in the house.
We're going to put it on Twitter, aren't we? We're going to take a picture of the mug that we were just talking about.
Maybe a lucky fan or listener. I hate saying fan. A listener might win it.
A fan? Do you want our autographs? How about...
I say the first person to actually tweet at us on Twitter, since we've had no one say we enjoy the show or whatnot, they can win.
Nobody likes it.
The tit cup, which was given to me by Julie.
Okay, this is how it goes. Hey, Vherbal, I love your podcast. Can I get your autograph? Okay, I guess. There you go, kid. Well, thanks, but why does it say you hate me? I made a skit, and I broke the paper.
I feel bad for that kid.
I do not do that to children. Here, kid, here's an autograph. I hate you.
Just punch him in the face. That's your autograph, kid. That'll be with you for a few weeks.
Oh, I think I'm going to put sound effects there, actually. Mm-hmm. But, the reason why we're all here, that's why this crowd of 75 deaf mutes are in the studio with us now.
Mm-hmm.
They are here. Say, hey. Oh, wait.
They can't.
Move things. No? Nothing. Thanks, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, they're here, and it's all to see the number one thing. The number one search. If you push the number one into Google search, it comes up. The misconnections. On the Vherbal Watson show.
We're going to Atlanta.
Atlanta, baby.
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Yeah.
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Home of the web feed.
All right.
The Spud Web. So
we got some first finds on the old misconnections tonight, starting with this first one. I haven't seen this yet. This is a bold move. I think that this might be a post by law enforcement attempting to be a person.
Oh. Is it about drugs or something?
Yeah, it's either the dumbest person or it's law enforcement.
Is there an ICP show going on?
Should I get... I'm going to give the phone number in this,
well,
too.
afterwards, see if there's an ICP show.
I'm going to give the phone number in this, too, though.
Oh, okay.
Because any listener who wants to do this might have fun with it or might be able to mess with the police or talk to the dumbest person in the world.
Well, go as fast as you can.
All right. Looking for Kashina. Location, Blunt Avenue.
Okay.
Great quality fruits, 762. Big buds, no sticks or stems, 323. Different flavors, low prices, no scam or games at all, 1531.
What the shit?
Yeah.
Okay, move on. That's dude selling drugs on Craigslist.
All right.
We just covered that, government.
What's the rush?
If you're watching.
What's the rush, buddy?
Time.
Okay. Me. Okay, this is so you want to keep... Oh, so wand to keep yo ass. WANNED. Wand.
Wand.
Me, the crusty, crotch-out old guy with a limp.
Crotch out.
Yep. A pot belly, bad breath, and a nasty attitude and Yankee accent. You, the fat Black Betty, sweaty crumbs in your crevices, body odor emitting homeless bitch. Coming out the porta-john after dark at the construction site on the corner 14th and Ponch. Seen your fine-ass trailing toilet paper on your shoe, but had to shit so bad just couldn't follow through. Still smelled of you in the pot.
It kept rhyming.
Still smelled of you in the pot as I squirted one ferocious stump. Even grabbed my junk just thinking about your rump.
It's rhyming.
Yep. Got so hyped, tore out after yo ass didn't even wipe. You done talking to another old brother, geriatric with a walker? See, all of a sudden I hear you holler. What you talking about? Free? Then fucker wipes out a damn dick that almost hits the flow. You double fisting, sucking, twisting, that's what I'm talking about, ho. My dick's so limp, ain't seen slit since back Reagan, remember when? So when you done with paha, I holla at y'all and says gone some left for me. Your big black ass comes back with sass, hey, ain't no head for free. So I dig my pocket and comes up with 7 cent and old martyr card, but you don't know. She says if you get me down south side town, you just got yourself a blow. I says, baby, this shit get if you anywhere you want to go. So you pull out your teeth and let out a little queef as I stroke that big moon pie.
Big moon pie.
My flaccid member go down your throat. I ain't gonna lie, feel like heaven as I reach down between your thigh. Lift that skirt, no panty alert. Whole alarm done fell inside.
Oh!
My dick I poke your cunt, I stroke all way up to my elbow.
What?
About dumped my load when down the road come rolling the damn 5-0. They catch us like that old smelly and fat ass as I say, hey, this be my wife. Dick all in your jaws. Over? Arm all up in your drawers. They got 2 pries on us apart with jaws of life. In the county now I'm sitting, but won't be forgetting how your fine ass done did me so well.
You should have did a gangster rapper the whole time.
Want me to shower, but
they want me to shower. Do all the lyrics from now on. Rapper voice.
Now they want me to shower but I do everything in my power so as not to wash off your smell. I know it be late, but baby, I can't wait. So after a few more tricks, won't you please go get my bail?
Oh, freestyle, Watson, misconnections.
Next one.
Wow, that was long.
Yeah, the owl. It's been almost a year that I've heard from you. Just letting you know I miss hearing your voice. 143, always. That's weird, just the number.
Is that like a region in the area?
I don't know.
All
right. On to the next. Oh, no.
What's going on, man?
I think that they're gone.
Why?
Because I didn't save them.
That's okay.
I think that's all for the misconnections this week, my friend.
The government interrupted our service.
Yeah, but that rap one was a killer.
This dude did a whole like album like song.
Here, let me go check.
But it was a good show.
Here, I can find the two other
no,
ones.
fine, it's fine. We're at the time. We're good. We'll bring it tomorrow.
That's sad.
No, it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, it was a good show.
Was a good show.
And
went a long ways.
Yes.
We did well.
Yes. We're doing it on a different night than usual, Friday. So, a little bit off.
So, I don't really have much to say. So, on that note,
happy National Sea Monkey Day, everyone. I'm Watson.
And I'm Kevin Vherbal.
See you next time!